everyone, welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. We are in the intermission, Trails of Cold Steel 2. Okay, I'm stupid, and I just realized that I have all these DLC things that I didn't fucking use. But look at this one, I got something for Rean. Look, it's Joshua's Black Fang outfit. Isn't that so sick? He looks so good in that. I think we should keep him in that. Are we team keep Joshua in the suit? Keep Joshua. Look at how cool he looks. I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel about that. I kind of like him. Apparently, there's one too for Estelle, where it dresses up like Estelle for Elisa, which I think is really cute too.
I can sense someone inside.
Sure. So we're just gonna go around and talk to everybody on the ship for this intermission. Oh, is that a V?
It's open. Come on in.
Definitely V.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
I like how we can just nonchalantly talk to everybody. Vulcan.
Oh, it's you. You finished talking with C?
His name's Crow, not C, and he's never going to be anything else for me.
Oh, I know his real name. But to us, he's always gonna be C. That's our leader. He might be young, but each and every one of us look up to him and respect him.
Okay.
Anyway, take a seat. You got a whole lot of questions, I bet.
Does you asking that mean you're willing to answer them?
Depends on the questions.
Can I know what happened to your face? Respectfully.
Just out of curiosity.
Also, I want to know what these armbands that they all wear.
How many members does the Imperial Liberation Front have left? I know the explosion back in the mine was staged, obviously.
Sure was. Anyway, 10, give or take.
10?
We lost most of our members as soon as the war started kicking into gear.
Oh. Is that because the group's primary objective had been fulfilled?
Basically, yeah. We all came from different backgrounds. But the one thing
I mean,
we had
I don't
in
love the
common
Chancellor myself.
is that we hated that bastard's guts.
Adjusting myself.
So after he'd kicked it, most of the guys didn't really have any reason for sticking around. Can't say I blame them for calling it quits.
Crow said that seeing this war through to its end was the last part of his game. Are the members who haven't left sticking around for similar reasons?
Probably not.
Interesting question.
They're probably just here be evil. Or Boris
Can't
is
speak
its
for
own
the
thing.
others, but me, I don't really care how this war goes. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight.
Congrats.
I've always lived for war. And teaching those dumbasses in the provincial armies how to pilot soldats is a job worth doing, even if it's a pain. If we disband, I'll find myself something else to do.
I see. I can't defend the assassination of the Chancellor or what you did near Trista, but I'd be happy if you chose to disband at least.
You're a funny kid, being oddly nice to us after all the shit we caused, don't you think?
The cycle of hatred's gone on for long enough. Crimes you've committed will never vanish, but no one wants this war to go on longer than it has to. It's
I
not
like
as
the
though you
talk
guys
to me.
want war,
I'm shocked
do
that
you?
they do, really.
That's enough of the niceties. If you've got time to worry about us, use it to worry about yourself. Whether you choose to side with the Alliance or go against them, you've got a tough road ahead, whether you like it or not. Make sure to think long and hard before you decide. And if we end up as enemies again, show me what you got. On the battlefield, I mean.
Excuse me.
Bye.
Think I might have been too harsh on the kid. Still... yeah. He's probably perfect for the job.
I'm guessing they wanted to end too. He just wanted to kill the Chancellor. He didn't really care about Starlight. He didn't care about the war. He just wanted the Chancellor dead.
He saw right through me. He's not wrong, though. I should be worrying about myself right now. He seemed kind of different, though. Like he'd lost his spark. His sole objective in life seemed to be to get revenge for his old Jaeger Corps killed by Osborn. Maybe he's just not sure what to do with himself now that he's done just that?
Yeah, I agree. Well, we just saw Vita
I
leave.
can sense someone
So,
inside.
this is S.
And judging by the fact that V is in the next
Yeah.
room.
Come on
Yeah.
in if you like.
Excuse me.
How polite. Reading all his pleasantries. Be like, what's up, bitch? Nah, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't even spend time talking to these bitches. But they like to give them story and floof. See, like, she has a tattooed on.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday, so I did wonder whether we would run into one another at some point.
Hello, Scarlet. Last time we spoke was a month and a half ago near Trista, I think.
Quite a memorable day for both of us, wasn't it? There's no need to stand over there. Come and have a seat.
I'm not gonna kill you
I'll
right
pour
now.
us some tea.
You really don't have to.
Like I said, this game always goes to show them that they're just people too. I mean, fuck some of these
Well,
people.
I guess there's no harm in chatting for a bit.
These tea leaves really are wonderful, aren't they? Only the best for the airship of Erebonia's most powerful noble, I suppose.
I have to admit, the fragrance is like no tea I've ever had before. You're right, though. It makes sense if it's something Duke Cayenne personally chose.
Oh? I was under the impression that your family is a part of the nobility, too.
Yeah.
Your father is a baron, isn't he?
He might be a noble, but generally barons aren't all that wealthy. We live a relatively modest lifestyle.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought it before, but maybe my family was actually more well off than yours.
You weren't open.
And Scarlet, I heard she lost her old hometown when he went and built a railway through it.
What kind of family did you come from then?
Oh, they weren't nobles, if that's
Okay.
what you're wondering. They were just relatively wealthy farmers. We were almost
Nice.
local celebrities in a way.
Oh, I see.
You're wondering how someone like me became a terrorist? It's written all over your face.
Well, I can't deny that I'm curious. I heard that you lost your hometown because Osborne built a railway through it.
Oh, did C tell you? No, I suppose it must have been V. He never was one to keep quiet about things.
So, I mean, what happened?
I just love that Rean's like, okay, I'm gonna make my decision. Let's talk to every bad bitch on here.
Some things are best left unsaid, I think. It's not as if knowing would somehow allow you to change things.
I suppose.
You're so adorable, Rean. Now I know why C took a liking to you. What do you say? How about you come and fight with me and the other big girls and boys? It'll be fun, I promise.
Please stop teasing me. Anyway, thank you for the tea. It wasn't just made with high quality leaves, it was brewed exceptionally too.
You're very welcome.
I was laughing at a text that
Oh,
my
actually,
I'd
I
opened a
may as
text
well
for a
ask while I
partner.
have the chance. Where did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway? It's pretty unique.
Isn't it
Oh,
just a
that?
giant sword?
I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. The holy city of Arteria.
The Arteria? Where the high seat of the Septian Church is?
That's the one. It's called a Templar sword, and it's a traditional weapon
Oh.
in the church.
Is that the same thing that Reese
A
uses?
few years ago, I was
Right?
studying to be a sister and was trained in how to use it there.
Surely you must be talking about some other church, right? You're telling me there are sisters in the Septian Church who use weapons like that?
There are more things in this world you don't know than you could possibly imagine. Well, it doesn't matter much now. I ended up returning to Erebonia before my training was complete.
Oh?
Anyway, that's all I'm telling you for now. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
Will you still tell me later though? Because I want to know.
She ended up being a lot friendlier than I expected her to be. I wonder how much of what she was saying about being a sister was true. She seemed to really hate the Chancellor. I wonder what she intends to do now that he's gone.
She didn't really bring him up. I feel like she didn't really say shit. Okay, I gotta talk to. I had to go down. Oh, Blue Blanc?
Good day to you, Rean Schwarzer.
What the fuck's in your drink, bro?
What the? You're the Phantom Thief! You sure look comfortable. What are you doing here?
Ha ha! Why wouldn't I be? I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. And who would deny themselves the pleasure of a ship so beautiful? The furnishings are immaculate. The food and wine are positively sumptuous.
I'm getting used to Black Toys a little bit more.
And I am of the firm belief that it's wasteful not to take advantage of the opportunities.
I do
life
kind of have this
presents
thing
you.
where, like, I do feel like certain characters sound very similar to others. Like, if you told me some character is the same voice actor doing a different voice, like, I'd probably believe you. Like, Alphen, Toa, like, at least them kind of sound the same. At least, especially Elise and Toa and stuff, and Alphen. Blue Blanc and Instructor Thomas sound really similar to me. There's somebody else earlier. Olivia and
speaking
Rufus.
of opportunities, don't just stand there. Take a seat and join me in having a drink. You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit and chat one-on-one with the most beloved thief of our time.
Beloved's
I
a word
can't
for it.
believe that's how you describe yourself. Well, what the hell? I'll have a drink. Nothing alcoholic, though.
Mine looks like a candle. His looks like some fucking,
Funny.
like,
I didn't realize you'd met Prince Olivert.
duh.
Indeed, there are few even among royals whose palate is so refined as his. Between our shared love of beauty and fundamental difference
They're
of
so
opinion
great
on the
together.
nature of love, he forever remains an endless source of entertainment for me.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him. What happened down in Liberal sounds pretty amazing, though.
Liberal. I'm always gonna say, like, liberal. I don't know why.
I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Ereboni at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
Ha ha! That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. Oh,
Taking
how
me
I
back
wish
when it
I
all
could have
falls
shown
apart.
it to you. It would have changed your view of
Sounds
the
bad
world
about it.
completely.
Dude, my friend's been playing through Sky right now. He's kind of struggling through it. I think he's having a hard time because it's in hindsight so fucking slow. Like, I loved it to death. I loved playing through all of it. Like I said, the first one is pretty slow at the beginning. I was, like, a little bit annoyed because it felt kind of grindy at the beginning, but all of that kind of went away. It doesn't really matter. Sky at the beginning always feels a little bit harder for some reason. I don't know why. But thinking of, like, what happens in Sky and what's happening through everything else feels so fucking minimal. They were like, oh, we opened up this, you know, Ouroboros opened this up and we closed it down and the Ouroboros fine. Whereas, like, this shit just keeps fucking going. Like, and it just gets crazier and crazier. Like, to think, like I was talking to my friend about that, and it was like, yeah, I can't really say shit to you because nothing fucking happens. Like, until at least 2. Sky 2. But, like, Sky 2 is still just rerunning Sky 1 with more to it. More emotion and stuff.
It really does sound amazing. Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted
Yeah, it's
criminal?
Blue Blanc. No one's ever gonna catch his ass.
He has so many interesting and unusual stories, I got completely caught up listening to them.
Ha ha! A thief of my caliber can steal much more than objects, Rean.
I really want to, like, pick up... Like, that looks like when you make, like, a sugar... Like, when people, like... When bakers make, like, a sugar ball. I don't know how to explain that.
There. I was able to steal much of your time and your
I
interest.
feel like something's missing from his
Perhaps I
face.
stole your heart as well.
Rest assured that did not
His
happen.
mask. That's what it is.
Your stories were interesting, though, I'll admit.
I was like, he doesn't wear glasses. What the fuck? I
By
made
the
a
way,
mask.
you wouldn't happen to know where Prince Olivert is now, would you? Last I checked, he wasn't actively fighting against the Alliance.
Ha ha! I imagined Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open
Yeah,
arms
he
into the
would.
Alliance, if he so wished to join.
I'm still kind of confused. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I have so many
To
questions
my
about
knowledge,
like how
he was
Chancellor got so much
always
power.
wary of the Chancellor himself. But I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment.
I think it's hard to believe we don't know where like the Viscount is and where Olivier is because they have a huge fucking ship. Like, don't they have like that giant? Is it red? Or is it a different color? So many ships.
However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever
Yeah, it
he's
has to be red.
hiding,
Crimson.
the Crimson Wings is there with him.
So the Courageous is missing too, then.
Courageous.
Although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Olivert to side with him after he imprisoned the rest of the Imperial family.
That's a good point.
But think, These kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always done.
But don't act like you like nobles.
The War of the Lions, too, was brought about by numerous families of some standing, backing potential successors to the throne. Emperor Dreichel's, as a late arrival to the war, was a mere exception to the rule.
I'm about to make that exception again.
I wonder, does Prince Oliver think himself as the second coming of Dreichel?
I definitely think that's what's happening.
One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a
I love
great light
Olivier.
that can push back the darkness of this country.
10 out of 10 character.
I don't think he does. From what I can tell, he intends to try and end this war in a slightly different way from Dreichel's.
Oh? Do tell.
No, I don't think I will.
Sorry, but I should be going.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the interesting stories. They helped me work through things in my head a bit.
Ha ha! I'm pleased to hear
What?
it.
He just put his mask back on.
I will be waiting at the edge of my seat to hear which path you choose. Join us, and you'll be warmly welcomed. Naturally, I'm fascinated by you as the Ashen Knight's pilot, but I'm even more fascinated with that brute strength of yours. I would love the chance to see the
The dragon
power of
wants
an
out.
ogre up close.
I doubt it's half as interesting as what you're thinking.
Who
Anyway,
knows?
if you'll excuse me.
Bye. Got 4 more people. We got hella bitches to talk to. Goddamn.
I wonder who's in here.
I was like, oh, it'll be a short intermission. Not if we spent.
We got a visitor?
Come on in.
Oh, that's the first.
Excuse me.
Leo and what was his name? Like Leo and something. Yeah. I'm like an X or some shit.
Figured
Yeah.
it was you. Sup?
Have a seat.
Yeah, Leon's.
Bourbon? I suppose.
Yeah, they all have those fancy orbs in them.
Yeah, I really shouldn't. How come you guys are being so friendly, though? I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now. We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day that's sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
Leo kind of
Hey
reminds me
now,
of.
no need to be so pessimistic.
There's your
If he
guy.
seems to think pretty highly
sure
of
do.
you, have a little more faith in
What was
yourself.
his name? Like, wait something?
At the very least,
I know they just
you'd
said
be
it.
able to give us a real fight in your divine night. Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead
He
serious.
is dead
Well, they're
serious.
used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Oh yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad. Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart into her education.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too.
She's younger than
The
Million.
boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
I agree.
They really seem to adore her. Like two proud parents talking about their child. And yet,
they were gonna kill her in battle.
if you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind? After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid. But you haven't tried making any moves on her.
You just said Fia's baby. I'm not doing that.
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the two of you. She thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well,
Give her a better life, I guess.
we had our reasons. Let's leave it at that. I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right. I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. In that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too. And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do.
Yeah.
If not, I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand. You're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Come on, spit it out.
They
No.
really are like two overprotective fathers.
Fee is baby. So is Milliam.
I was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to. All we did was talk about Fee the whole time. Oh well. At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Which is kind of even more shitty though. We're just gonna go down door by door.
I can sense someone inside.
What?
What the?
Oh, this guy.
Oh, it's you.
McBurn. I hate that name.
Forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
Could I sit and talk to you for a while?
What a pain in the ass.
This is a character that all the anime kids want to fuck because he's just like so.
So,
I don't
what
give
do
a
you
fuck.
want to ask?
Sorry, guys.
When we ran into each other back near Berea Hard, you asked a weird question. Something about being mixed?
Oh, that?
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time, but what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into words.
Yeah, seems. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really
They're
can't
wearing
wrap my
the
head
same
around what
necklace.
you're saying.
Just watch.
That's why he's called McBurn, guys.
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability.
Wouldn't it be like a natural ability if it was
guess
like
you could
in
say
you?
that.
But like unnatural in terms of like people don't just have like
Something
magic.
that just gives you results, without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them. You've got one too, right?
Well, true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training. I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess. So, we done now?
So it's not like the same
Thanks.
thing, it's just something. Interesting.
Oh yeah. So how much of you is unnatural?
Me? All of me.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
His circumstances seem very different from mine. Guess all I can do is remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all
The
make sense.
bestie.
I'm sure
I'm tired
one
of these
day I'll
endless
find
questions.
out what this
Game to
power
game.
of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is. One day.
This seems like the end of this.
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside. Given the circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir. Huh?
It's open.
It's empty. Weird. I could have sworn I
Is it
sent
above you?
someone in here.
Is that Tina?
Oh,
Yeah. Can someone tell me what the fuck is up with Altina?
looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close
Yeah,
to Milliam's
definitely
age.
Milliam.
How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
I mean, Milliams with the chance to fucking... there's a million things.
Who are you? Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagrul. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left.
I don't know if I believe that she's human.
Wait.
Huh?
Good morning?
Rean Schwarzer, why are you here? Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were
That's a
sleeping,
train,
I
sorry.
wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then? Clown Soleus.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, it was just an innocent mistake.
Please.
Whoa!
Sam, you know-
Can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
Ow.
So you claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your
This is
desires.
exactly what not Kie, Tio is like.
No! No, I didn't!
Which is so funny because Tio dresses and I act similarly. She just doesn't have fucking
How
Sammy.
many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
I like it. If you look at it, like, it looks like his two eyes like a little stupid smile if you're looking at the middle.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for? Oh, whatever. I suppose it's
Dragon
my
wants
own
out.
fault for coming in without permission. Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well,
Who the fuck are you?
no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. And just as much I'd like to say to you. Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that. And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around. Sorry. That was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will. Anyway, with that said, I'll be going.
I think she's
Maybe
something
we'll have
you
a chance
could,
to
like,
talk again
Tio
sometime.
is. That's what I think.
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bell, and loaned. That makes it sound like, I suppose it's none of my business.
She said she wasn't part of Ouroboros.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you.
It will. Thanks, bitch.
Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
No, I did not.
They always make like the guys to be like some sort of fucking like every man
The
wants to
Black
fuck you.
Workshop? Loaned? Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
Okay, who's the last whore on this floor? Oh, it's Duvali.
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting. No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing this for the sake of my lord.
She sounds awfully familiar.
I guess you've forgotten already.
Who goes there? Wait! You're the Ashen Knight's pilot!
I remember you now. You're with Ouroboros. Duvali the Swift, right?
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced? You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear! Learn your place!
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though.
I like how he only knocks on locked doors. Don't follow the example, guys. If the door is closed, whether it's locked or not, you knock.
So, now that we're understood, what do you
Did I just wait while she did a little whole room
Have you
change?
come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can you not jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own. But for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not
Is
sure
this a
what she's
Phantasmal
getting
Blaze
at.
plan?
Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No.
No.
She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd.
Wait, did they ever say that she was an Anguis?
She is the leader of the Stallritter, the great light which guides us. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet merciful. She's the strongest knight of all. And oh, she's simply divine.
In love with her.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is. So the head of the Stallritter is also a woman?
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength.
Yeah, she'd be
won't
real about that one though.
equal
That
her.
bitch crazy.
No, 1,000. Even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch her.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stallritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking.
A little bit.
Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times. She's known as the Steel Maiden.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies. As such, we shouldn't be standing here being friendly.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask. You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right? Is there any reason for that?
Ugh, you just had to ask. Enforcers are selected by the society's leader, the Grand Master. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness. But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, alright? I'm quite strong.
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you.
Rean, maybe you should just shut the
You're
fuck up.
refreshingly sincere. Like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating drivel in my presence. Now get the hell out of my room!
Rean's just pissing off women left and right.
She chased me out. I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden. Could she really have some connection with the Lance Maiden?
I think it's too coincidental not to.
Perhaps even with the woman who helped us during our
Yep,
August field
that
study.
was in Legram, in the Lohengrin castle. Okay, now we go upstairs. Oh, there are maids. Just interesting, you say? What's up? Busy Celia, to be honest. Sushi for his grace about this? Because I see having an health if she remains in the longer. I guess I truly care of her. Give this some thought. Leave her in the meantime. Absolutely. His grace. So is our guest a certain someone? Okay, there we go. Meow.
This should be the guest of honor's room. Time to see who's in.
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That sounds like. Excuse me.
That sounds like. Excuse me. Alphen! Where the fuck is Elise?
I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
It's you. It's really, really you.
Hi.
Your Highness.
I mean, how did you get here? This all feels like a dream. Please don't tell me it is.
Aww.
I don't think my heart could handle the
Stop,
disappointment.
Alphen.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
Alphen.
You must have been really lonely. I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah. I was happy all of us were able to get back together again.
I want to know why Elise isn't
But
with
then
her.
yesterday, I ended up being invited onto the ship by
Invited, he
Duke
says.
Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why. Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something.
You can pretend if you want.
Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right?
Me too,
She's
bitch.
not on this ship, I'm afraid.
Not shit.
I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
Come on.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way.
I don't
with them.
understand why Alphen isn't with them though. Like,
But why were you
Yeah.
alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance, by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up. Using you like that.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
But at the expense of your own feelings? I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used
Yeah.
as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend.
she's gonna
You don't
cry,
even know where
dude.
they
Stop, Rean.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Rean? Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
Well,
No.
I'm really not sure what to do. The longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And
No.
the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will, and then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Rean.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son. And she's always treated me like a real... You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well, yes, I did.
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her. She should have been terrified of me. But if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before. And that was when I swore, deep within my heart, no matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her.
Here's the love arc.
And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise. If I should put her before everything else. Even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
Rean.
As your honorary little sister, I order you to get a hold of yourself!
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you.
They spent a lot of time together.
Rean, she's already told me so much about what happened.
Can you spill the deets? Because we don't know.
She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now.
I'm guessing some monster was attacked and she saved him.
She even told me that while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else. And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was. She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her, more than anything else. She wanted to free you of your burdens. You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, she felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too. So please, Rean, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war. Because I know for a fact, she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
How could I have been so blind? All this time I thought I was trying to protect her. And it's been the other way around since the start. And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fai, all my friends at Thor's, they've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious? I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time. I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them. And I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me.
Aww.
How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon. But better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
New escort? What the fuck is this? Here's a tune in a state of mind. Start using a new craft. Hey! See notification when the time comes. What did I say?
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Rean has
I've
attained
got
a new
you to
peace
thank
of
for that.
mind.
Forget honorary. You sounded just like my real sister for a minute. So, thank you. I think it's time we get going. I wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
A pity, but you're right. I was rather hoping we could stay like this a little while longer. But I suppose all good things have to
Hey,
come
we have
to an
everybody
end.
to go
Take
meet.
care of yourself, Rean. I'll leave Elisa's rescue to you. No matter what it takes, please. Why are you shaking your head?
Bitch, you're coming with me. The fuck?
I said it's time we get going, didn't I? There's no way I'm leaving my sister's best friend
Yeah,
imprisoned in a
the
place
hell?
like this. I will get the two of us off this ship. So stay close to me.
Right.
Ow. Has often joined the party. Does she actually attack, though?
So, do you have an escape plan?
Valimar, the Ashen Knight, is on the deck. He's chained up there. But if we can get to him, I'm sure we can find some way to
I
use
feel
him
like
to
if you
get
just
away
wake his
from
ass
here.
up, he'll break those fucking chains.
First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be running away from here with you at my side.
How romantic.
Elise is going to be so
Yep.
envious.
Anyway, let's get going.
Is this back to our room? Oh, vent time.
This looks like... Thought so. It's a vent.
Well, that's convenient. Might it lead to somewhere else on the ship, you think?
Most likely. Still, I can't very well ask a princess to crawl through a vent.
Look, Rean, I don't think it's time to decide whether she can get this
Nonsense,
thing.
Rean, of course you can. I'm ready to begin our great escape.
Yeah, like, what am I gonna do? Sorry, Alpha, can you go walk up to the next deck? Fuck off.
But it's going to be all dark inside. And probably filthy, too.
Yeah, that or she just stays in prison by these
A little
fucks.
bit of darkness and dirt never hurt anyone. I had
Yeah.
to travel through some fairly narrow underground passages when escaping from Heimdall, too. All right? How about I go first? I'm smaller than you, after all.
No, definitely not. Well, as long as you're all right with it. But I'll be going first. Like I said before, just stay close to me.
All right, then.
I feel like this is one of those
Princess
circumstances where
would
it's
be
like,
more mindful when she's wearing
you
a
can
dress.
argue both sides of going first or last is better when there's only two of you. So we're just gonna say over that again. Oh hell yeah. Crawl faster.
I'm surprised. It's not
Maybe it's
dirty at
because
all
the
in
ship's
here.
newly built?
I was gonna say yeah, because it's new probably.
Oh, there's a corner.
Crazy.
We must be past the guest area then.
Okay. Can you guys stop making weird noises all the time?
Looks like we're in the clear for that part of the ship at least.
Yeah, but where the fuck are
My,
we?
That was intense. It's like I've stepped right into the world of one of those spy novels that are so popular these days.
Anyway, here's hoping we can make it to the deck without getting caught.
What is it?
Soldiers are coming this way. Keep a safe distance and let me handle this.
Not the ordnance system.
It feels like the closest thing we have to someone ordinary around here is that kid. It's pretty nerve-wracking having to be around them all.
I just wish I could get to see Princess Alphen in person.
Oh.
What?
Too late. Now's our chance. Let's.
I'm gonna need
Here
that
we go.
scan. That was actually a little bit annoying.
Oh, they're strong.
Are you all right, Your Highness?
Yes, I'm fine. Thanks to you, of course. Let's be going. I'll be sure to stay very close
Yeah.
to you.
Good. All right, here we go.
I saw that orbment system. Where the fuck is it? Where the hell was that? Oh, over here. Let's make our daring escape, I suppose. Blocked by who knows? To be decided.
How did you get ahead of us?
I'll freely admit I wasn't actually expecting you to join the Alliance, but not even in my wildest dreams did I imagine you'd try to flee the ship with our dearest princess.
You're a bold one, I'll give you that.
I wasn't expecting to run into either of you on the way out either. You guys aren't called the Phantom Thief and Duvally the Swift for nothing.
I like Duvally more than Duvally.
Trying to praise us won't get us to let you pass.
I don't know if that was a
Princess
praise.
Alphen is one of this nation's most precious treasures. You surely couldn't have thought that I, the Phantom Thief, would allow you to steal her from us, could you?
I'm not being stolen by anyone. If anything, I was the one who whispered sweet nothings into his ear and tempted him to run away with me.
Oh my! What a passionate young lady you are. Forgive me for being so presumptuous.
I really don't want to solo Blue Blanc. It's annoying.
No doubt taken after your brother in more ways than one.
I'd like to believe that I'm not quite the oddball he is.
Hey, he's a real one.
I couldn't agree more with his belief that love is the truest form of beauty, however.
Oh, we're about to piss off Blue Blanc.
Really now?
They're actually hitting it off.
I think that's enough messing around for one day. You're an enforcer, Blue Blanc. Take your work seriously and behave.
Blue Blanc does whatever Blue Blanc wants.
I think the number of enforcers who
Facts.
take things seriously are in the minority, I'm afraid. Still, you're right about us having played around for long enough.
Ugh.
I find the many mysteries surrounding you fascinating, but there's a certain appeal to them remaining forever unsolved, too.
You may think yourself a swordsman.
I did get that
but
new
allow
crossbow.
me to show you how
So maybe I can
little
go
you
ham.
truly know.
Are you sure you can do this?
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. The gap in skill between us is small enough that I should be able to force a way
Damn,
through.
dunking on the Marine.
Oh?
Small? The difference in our strength is like night and day, you boor. And if you're
Yeah,
foolish enough to
Duvally.
be unable to see that, then allow me to make you realize your folly and pay for your arrogance.
The one being foolish and arrogant is you.
About to go ham, monster style.
My.
Rean?
I owe me being able to do this to you, Your Highness. You and Elise. Now,
I love that we can transform into our little
everyone
demon
who's done
selves.
anything.
He doesn't go crazy?
What's happened to him?
Could this be your ogre power?
Why do they call it that?
8 leaves, 1 blade school, intermediate level. I, Rean Schwarzer, will be your opponent.
I'm crazy, look at me.
My turn.
That was like 4 turns.
How can this be happening? What is he?
Ha ha ha! Splendid! Simply splendid! So you finally conquered your power and made it your own, did you?
I love that we're gonna go back to our teammates. Well, hopefully go back to our teammates. I don't see why we wouldn't. And I can be like, what's up? I can control this.
Highness.
What for?
Oh, Joshua style. Maybe we should just put him in the Joshua clothes. He's kind of rocking it.
Goodness!
Wait just a damn minute!
Bye.
Whoa, what's going on here?
I don't know, but I don't think it's worth us chasing after them.
Rean, you're such a bad bitch. I'm so excited. I love this for Rean.
We'll make our way directly to the deck.
It's like watching Joshua become himself in the sky too, like knowing that like he would know like to Sky 2 is such a good game.
Are you alright, Your
I miss
Highness?
them.
Yes, perfectly. My heart just feels as if it's about to burst.
That doesn't sound very fine.
Come on, is now really the time to be flirting with each other?
Really, Crow? Oh, it's not Crow. I thought it was Crow.
You're
Yes,
here
fuck
too.
off.
You got some real guts, kiddo, but you ain't getting past us.
Zephyr's guard shall not be easily broke.
It shouldn't be, but goodbye. Damn, I'm a bad bitch. That's insane.
Looks like he's picked up a few tricks from our fee.
The targets have broken our line of defense. Commencing pursuit.
Like a collection of all his friends and learning from them.
I'm sorry about that, Your Highness.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But, can I hold on to you a little tighter?
I know,
Of
it's
course.
scary. Hello, Altina.
Targets in sight. Commencing capture. My suspicions outlining you as an indecent person seem to have been confirmed.
What?
Can you not make me out to be some kind of pervert all the time, please?
Damn! Rean, you're a bad motherfucker.
Target lost. I may have underestimated you, Rean Schwarzer, in more ways than one.
Damn, dude.
I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I didn't really have any choice but to do that. I realize that's no excuse.
I didn't hurt
I
her.
know you didn't, but she seemed even younger than me. How could you, Rean? That truly is indecent.
Yeah, she's fine. Sammy's got her.
Try not to pay any attention to what she says about me. There's the exit.
Don't change the subject.
Again, back to his voices sounding similar. I thought the smart thing would be hang out on the deck for them. Because, like...
That's the Ashen Knight? Isn't that?
Ugh.
Crow.
Huh. So that's how it manifests for you.
Yeah, real talk.
You finally mastered that power you got, huh? Still, you're one busy guy, you know that? One minute you're down in the dumps, the next, you've got one of the cutest girls in the country cheering you up.
Well, I can't deny it, but she wasn't the only one. There was my sister, our classmates, even you, in a sense.
Come on.
Can't say I'm not curious to see what that power of yours can do, but I think you get priority here, right?
Yeah, let me have this one.
Come on, Crow. I've grown a lot. I know that your Ashen Knight can
Your
beat me up,
Highness,
but...
if you don't mind.
All right.
This is your first time fighting me without the mask on, I think. With our divine knights, I come out on top.
forgot that he was really powerful as SC.
But let's see who wins when it's just the two of us.
Sounds good to me. You managed to win against 3 of us at once in the catacombs below Heimdall.
But that was a while ago.
But it's just you and me now. And this time, I'll be the victor.
Go Hammerine.
Go ahead.
I would imagine in the middle he's gonna cut up Valamar's strings or something like that, and then we're gonna just go sayonara and teleport into Valamar and disappear. We're going Super Saiyan, guys.
Alright.
I don't care that he has 3,000 health left. I'm fucking ass breaking his ass. That wasn't that hard.
Damn.
I died.
That's what I can
I might
really
crack
do.
because I just didn't heal, and that was my just dumbass fault. Fuck off.
Huh. You actually did it. I sure wasn't expecting you to beat me one-on-one.
You fought pretty well yourself. Couldn't have been easy to last as long as you did against me like this.
Rean!
Why did this have to happen now?
Guess your luck ran out.
We finally caught up to you.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular?
But I think you may have been slightly too reckless this time.
Just pretend you're gonna kill her. What are they gonna do?
That wasn't a bad fight. Even if you lost, at least you tried, I guess.
Your Highness, please move away from me.
Hey, don't be too rough with... Look sharp.
Is that the courageous? I had a feeling.
The Crimson Wings? Ugh.
shut up.
What are you all?
Sorry for the wait, Rean.
Yo, we're here to save the day.
You caught us all off guard back in Ymir.
So this time we opted to take the initiative ourselves.
Aww.
We meet again, severing chains. And I see you brought the purple lightning with you.
She brought more than that. Check out the Icy Maiden and that big shot arts user from the
Big
Bracer
shot
Guild.
arts user.
We couldn't ask for a more impressive group. However,
Here it comes again.
Rest of class 7. The Viscount? You're fucked. You're done.
Your lordship.
Uncle Victor!
Uncle Victor. Aww.
It's good to see you again, Rean.
Hi.
And it relieves me to see you're none the worse for wear, Your Highness.
Ugh! The Radiant Blade Master is here too?
Huh. You're strong. Very strong.
That's quite the nod, coming from the blazing demon himself. I can see now why you're considered one of the fiercest in Ouroboros, and why some even claim you to be the Steel Maiden's equal.
Well, I know who I'm gonna be
Don't you go forgetting about us now.
So, Olivier, I knew it.
You're all here too?
Are you okay, Rean?
Yeah, we're
Looks
good.
like we've landed in the middle of something pretty crazy.
And not a moment too soon.
You came!
I'm glad to see you're all right.
Olivier.
You certainly seem to have kept yourself busy.
Aw.
Enjoying your scandalous elopement with Rean, are you?
Oh, he gave me the time of my life. You guys were having that much fun, huh?
Dude, she's like fucking.
And with our princess, Rean.
To think we were so worried about you.
You're not supposed to take it literally.
So this is what you threw me out of Valimar for? Doesn't look very fun.
Crow, you're here.
It feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
You're looking spiffy, Crow.
I'm hanging in there. Sure wasn't expecting all of you to show up, though. How are we even gonna settle this?
That is the question, isn't it?
I'd roughly estimate both sides to be of equal strength.
Yeah? So we'd probably just end up at a stalemate, huh?
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun at all. What say we just forego the fighting and have ourselves a party instead?
I could never turn down a party.
That sounds simply wonderful.
I'll bring the booze.
Ah! No, no, no! Can't one of you take this a little more seriously?
Come on,
This is
Devon.
getting us nowhere.
Oh, is that Vita?
Look who decided to show up.
Krianos, Vita.
Welcome aboard the Pantagruel, Emma. Your overall ability as a witch might still be lacking, but that transportation spell was exceptional.
Oh.
I must apologize for the untimely intrusion. As displeased as a few of you might be by the idea, I think it best if we let one another peacefully go our separate ways this time. I'll be the one who bears the brunt of Duke Cayenne's anger.
Vita.
Can't say I understand why we
You
should.
just said it because it'd be a stalemate, bitch.
it's not our place to question the orders of our clients.
Whatever. Gives me something to look forward to later.
Yeah. Unchained Valimar? I don't really understand though, cause like on the ground we were doing like this is the same ship, but now we're just like on the ship. Is it because we don't want to fuck up the ship? Like, couldn't they just follow us? Like, because they outnumbered us and more powerful us down there, minus the Viscount Olivier.
Okay. See ya, Fee.
Next time we meet, it will be as enemies.
Yep, I know.
Aww, I was kind of hoping we'd be able to talk some more.
I expect we will have multiple opportunities to do so in the near future.
Well, catch you later, Phantom Thief.
Or not. You do know that no one likes your stupid pranks, right?
Tut tut! There's no need to be so harsh.
Yeah,
It's a
sounds fair.
shame we couldn't resume our debate on the nature of beauty this time, my most worthy rival.
I could wax eloquent about beauty till I'm old and gray, but honestly, I think it's about time we settled things between us.
Next time we meet, Radiant Blade Master and his daughter, it will be to battle.
I'm guessing that since like the Steel Maiden's a reincarnation, but she's evil now, they hate the Arcades because they're like the original heritage of that shit.
Well, I certainly have no objection to that.
Wait, unless she is the Eisenritter, because she does carry a longsword like that.
You seem to bear some manner of ill will against my household. I don't know your reasons, but should we be granted the opportunity, I would gladly
fuck you
settle
up.
things with you in battle.
Yes, well, let's not be too hasty. I can wait.
Guess that wraps things up for now. You've definitely grown, but you've still got plenty of room for improvement, especially when it comes to piloting Valimar. So unless you're up for another beatdown, I suggest you get to work on fixing that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and just to confirm, you were the one who told Toval where I was, right?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Wow.
Oh, now that you mention it, he does have the same voice as that mystery caller. I did think he sounded familiar. That must have been because I'd heard it during your concert at the festival.
Damn, looks like the jig is up.
You really did that?
Oh, Crow. There's no shame in admitting that you care, you know.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 Leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency.
I can't pretend to know much about this kind of thing.
He's right. Eastern blades like my Tachi are the heart and soul of the 8 Leaves 1 blade style swordsmanship.
Where am I supposed to find an Awakener sword, though?
Alright, I'll take your advice. And when I've got myself one, I'll finally take everything back. The Academy, Elise, and even you, Crow.
If that's how you want it,
Crow is
I'd
actually
like
really
to see
powerful
you
too.
try.
It's actually kind of funny because Sharon's a bad bitch. They put the one that Crow had, the ordnance that Crow had, onto Sharon, which is probably also why I like her a lot. Because he was pretty good in combat for the same reason. The ordnance system is it inflicts random abnormalities. I love how in this game everybody just jumps off the ship all willy-nilly. Like, I know they're jumping onto another ship, but it's just like, it's always funny to me because everybody just fucking sends themselves. You know, I was like, the Sky 1 remake I think is supposed to come out, I want to say the end of this year, or like something like that. Not, I guess, too long. Even though it doesn't say on Steam, so I don't really know.
Courageous!
And,
Full speed ahead!
and it's not like I wanted to,
retreat from this airspace.
I didn't really want to play it until I finished going through the rest of the Trail games, but right now, like, the itch, I must have the itch for Sky 2, really, more than anything. But seeing Sky 1, it would be so interesting. Like I said, I'm probably still not going to get it until I finish all the rest of these games. Because I like being in the current story. And it'll be really cool to go back to the beginning at the end of everything. So, that is the intermission. I wonder where they came from. Norsha Province Airspace, okay. Do we have like some cloaking device? Because the Mechbas, the church's ships have like stealth covering. Merkaba, I think.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my Awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
Like, yellow me up.
I eagerly await your results.
That's what I'm looking at when I
Looks
look
like
over
he
here.
went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. Really. And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue
I
me,
want to
guys.
try on the Elisa outfit, like, literally ASAP.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Rean's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you, all of you. And, dear brother,
Yay.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so
This is
myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least,
I'm
I'd
glad
say
that Laura
we're
got to see
clear
her
of
dad,
any
so.
immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Rean!
Toa! Hi.
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel. So you were on board too?
You bet. Good to see you, Rean.
Toa.
Whoa!
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I? Sorry, Toa. But I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista, and it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. And then there was the promise you made during the festival after party.
I picked Elisa the first time around, but because I played on New Game Plus, I picked Toa the second time around.
You said that next year you'd work to make the Academy even more wonderful than it is now. We still need to work on that one. But I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Rean's a guy you can count on.
I'm so happy to see Toa. George is a cool
Nice
guy.
to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... Well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
I didn't say when I'm ready, you're just gonna fast travel me. What's it gonna be? Okay. You're just gonna fast travel me? To the front of the ship? Yep.
The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance.
Some crossbow
What
shit?
have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit, and we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
I'm so glad I get to see them again.
He did?
I hope he's still alright.
I'm sure he's fine.
By the way, What happened to Major Vander?
Yeah.
You two are always joined at the hip.
Ah, alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With him too? So he's over
Oh,
in
they're
the
doing
west
well.
now.
I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact, but the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Rean was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
We killed Duke Cayenne. They're not gonna do that, but we should. Beat Rufus's ass while we're at it.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Rean.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet.
I agree completely.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Rean said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Rean's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
Yes, Sharon.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand, Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.
What?
From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
Excuse me?
What?
What?
I feel that, Elliot.
Father, would you mind elaborating?
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but...
But then what will you do?
No way he's gonna join us.
We plan to disembark and make our way
Okay,
to
I
the
was like,
Western
no
provinces.
fucking way they're gonna join us.
Once there,
That'd
we'll
be
begin
broken.
working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region.
Like, fucking... Whenever, everything on my desk makes such a squeaky noise, like... I don't know if you can hear that. Under my desk. Same with my leather chair, too.
The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of eastern Erebonia in your
Damn.
hands.
They didn't trust us that much.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
I'm sure Claire can get behind this.
If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
No, they would. I mean...
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the guild's members handle things, yourself included.
Sorry, I like to...
Oh, and Alphen?
I need to finish this picture so it's not just like sitting here empty.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Rice Arnor, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do.
I
You
love
have my
how
full
when I
support.
hear them say it for the first time, I say it out loud to like help myself remember, and then I never remember, and I go back to whatever I called it before.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We are truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
I love Eustace's little smile because he's always like serious looking, so he looks so cute with his little smile.
We hereby humbly accept custody of the Courageous.
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
We'll be counting
Aw.
on you.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
I'm really interested to see like the next saga of like Calvard. Although there's 2 more Cold Steel games after this, so it's probably gonna be in it. That day, Classen was entrusted with the day-to-day running of the Courageous. Viscount Arcade and Prince Oliver decided they would disembark near Legram and travel to Western Erebonia across the lake. And after receiving the bare minimum restrictions on how to operate the ship, its bright-eyed new owner set a course for Abel Hawaii. Is that to go set down the Viscount? Because they said towards Legram, and this is where Legram goes. I kind of love that it's like, the Araceli, whatever you want to call it. Are we gonna give Toa the little hat?
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
Captain Toa!
It would be an honor.
Acting Captain Toa. Oh, look at our little girl. So, how do I look? It really does suit you. Yeah, the size is just right too. Fortunately, his front hand that was a size smaller. That was quite fortunate. Kind of like a cute mascot. Like human Mishi. First you should capitalize on something with irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, you two are terrible. Gotta say, that's a nice touch to it. Really suits you. Yep, definitely like a private captain with it. Think that things would just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys wouldn't be us around for much longer. You guys are taking off then. No! No! Don't leave me, Sharon. I love you. Oh, I'm depressed now. Yeah, so that's until you guys go out together again. But neither there, there's no use in me sticking around. Situation the West that is, so how about over there instead? I intend to return to commanding the RMP. Who's the best way to bring this war to an end? We understand. Bye-bye, Claire. If you want to lecture somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. Be sure to do so. I have interest with the number to test by Chairman Rean as it so happens. So, this is farewell for now. Doesn't sound shady at all. But, well, stay safe, alright? Remember, Robor's and never change how your family's made. Oh, my. Touched you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. Not like everyone is the only place where straight stuff's going down now. Strange stuff's going down now. True, sure, I concerned what's happening over in Cresswell. Hey, look, it's you. Give me a go to Miles. You know it. Dude, I just stacked Sharon like crazy and then I lost her. That sucks. It's already done for us. I'm sure you wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. Maybe working separately from now on, but I intend to go. I can aid you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Master Rean, would you mind accepting this? It's a little something I've always kept with me. I hope it will be of some use to you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sharon. You're always taking
Apparently,
care of us,
according to my guide, if you had whoever has the highest like link number with a minimum of being a link level 3 before this happens, or like when this point happens, that's who will give you something. So like Toa can give you something, and like Claire can give you something else. So just depends on who you had the highest. I just happen to have Sharon.
I almost wish you could stay with us longer. I feel like I have so much more I could learn from you.
Yeah, if they're leaving though too, like I just wasted like link levels on them, but whatever.
I would like to remain here and continue to serve you as well, you know. I wish you the very best in the days to come. I'm sure that if you try, you will find a place worthy of you in this world.
Thank you. I'll do what I can.
I also hope that you'll continue to care for Lady
Oh,
Lisa.
right.
In more ways than one.
Sharon, stop!
We'll all take care of her while you're away, so don't worry.
Mr. Denseman.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now.
Training background, sorry.
Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
Says there wasn't overjoys being there, but maybe they had done it earlier, so. Also, I like how like everyone came to aid and they're like, Sayonara, Class 7, go fucking figure it out yourself. As if they haven't bailed us out of literally everything. But with Rean's macho strength now. This is a crazy group, though. This is stacked.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only
Radiant
the
Blade
goddess
Master,
herself knows for
fucking Sharon, Claire's intelligence.
Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, are we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
He looks so drunk in that.
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him.
'Cause fuck
But
that guy.
there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is
Disappearing
certainly cause
corpse.
for concern.
Yeah, because corpses just disappear.
It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to look something up again. It says the War of the Lions took place around 950 years before the events of Trails 1, but then they keep talking about like the Lance Maiden disappearing, but it seems like she's also like reincarnated. Like, it's very weird and interesting to me.
I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave.
This is true.
He had so many plots in motion. I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
I can't believe I'm like, what, maybe a little over halfway, or like maybe a little under halfway? I think there's like 3 acts in a finale. I'd have to go double check. Excuse me. Although it kind of also seems like low-key
No change in weather
like,
or wind direction since
the
entering
Nord followed
Kreutz
him.
in
We have
provincial
guys.
airspace.
Laura has like the you know, that main history. I am, you know, like we're the reincarnation. It just kind of seems like it's like we're rebuilding this.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH.
That's Selch per
Nothing
hour.
abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that
I
remains
guess
is
we're
to
like,
do
what
it.
are we doing? Previous day, Courageous conference room.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's
This
out of the
intermission
way.
is gonna be so long for the fact that like it's just all this cutscene.
And
I
whatever
guess
we
last one was
decide,
like that too.
it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want. I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
You slacker.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Courtsmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for one.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's
Yeah.
easier to get motivated
for life.
when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
It looks like I have like, am I red in here? I was probably fucking with something. It looks super red in the camera. Or maybe I'm just
We
imagining
did
it.
spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
we were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Are we finally going back to Trista?
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but...
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport.
I figured that'd have to
but
go.
we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are going to be rock solid.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity.
Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey,
I wonder if
if
Aunt
we all
Rean
thought about it, what's to stop the other
Angelica
swim doors
is.
from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the academy, why not go and
Bro, I
ask
got
them
a
to
list
join
of
us?
people.
I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. We'll be sure to keep
All
an
the
eye out.
places before.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side,
Do I
the
actually have to
higher
go
chance
collect
we
them like
stand of
fucking
making
Pokemon?
Trista and I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually.
Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out, all for the
As we
sake
can.
of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
So, can I just go anywhere now? Well, it says we need to decide. Next is where we should head for first. Yeah, we don't have any places we can go at the moment. There's Legrand, Ymir, the Nor Highlands. You would like the 4th Division space too, right? Yeah, I asked him about that yesterday. He's fine with it. Probably better for us to swim out all than once, really. Oh, almost forgot. I saw there's a few requests to take care of. You did? Oh, joy. The details are right behind you. Behind us. Oh, there's no computer here. I've only ever used it in class. No need to fear. Technology doesn't buy. Plus, it'll be easier for the long run to grab stuff from there. So go on, take a look. Sure. Little tabby taps. Oh, lucky us. They're made by the insemination. So identical ones we used in class. There we go. Something's fucked up. So that's everything's displayed. Touch vision has some of these too, I think. Okay, we have to go get a monster. I know where these people are. Predator custody. Badass in danger. Tired. There's one from Nord, one from Legrand, and one from Gorilla's Proving Ground. He's got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. I know, I wish for my imagination. I think I saw the missing feeling name one of those as well. I'm kind of worried about the one Dad sent us. I don't think we can know that unusual monster disappeared in Nord either. Our developer took the 10 together and sent all these to himself. To us himself. Wow, how do you manage to do that? He just left for us in Erebonia. He's got plenty of connections, especially the Bracer Guild. So he's gonna keep finding stuff like this he thinks you can handle and send him your way. When you end up doing it, it's up to you, but I reckon taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Not sure, I don't think I one bit. Indeed, has bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. With that being said, I resume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students is our top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're still getting information on other stores, where other store students could be. Anytime we find something, we'll have to the computer. Who knows, maybe they'll be willing to join us too. How convenient. Certainly very great for those classes. Guess we'll be trying this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you decide where you want to go first, let me know, okay? Oh, and George's how works the ore factor that ship's hold. See any modifications in the archives or any quartz, you can use those out there. Oh yeah, that's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. So much now while we're in short and staff, but I'm sure any students who get creative with their space. Might as well. So do you guys want to figure out who's going to be making our active party when disembark first? I should be doing that. Would you mind including me? I just do strange judge with the hands across myself. Don't mind at all. That sounds fair. Can come with you if you need a hand too. Just let me know if I'm needed, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now let's see. Temporarily not supposed to move for Gaius. Yay. Well, you need leveling, and you need leveling, and you need leveling. Now, who is the last one I want to bring along? I guess Machias for the fuck of it. Okay, let's get going. Alright. Let's go, go, go! Hello. The Awakening Lions, Act 2. I suppose the instructor recommends and toilet facilities on board at least once before disembarking. Not much, but be something to see George in the ship hold and pay of the Malum or Zid. Very good to see Princess Alphen too. Now view the student info tab. Okay, that's the intermission done. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Glad we're all doing this. I'm so fucking sad I lost Sharon, you guys. You don't even know. We cry. But thank you guys so much for watching. My schedule is posted down below, and all my links are, all my social links are in my bio, so you can follow me on pretty much any platform. Thank you all for watching yet again, and I do hope to see you in the next video or on my Twitch channel. Okay, bye.